Okay, so there's been some issues, and I'm gonna make this video now and try to fix those problems that people are having. So the very first one is that people are missing the structure. So that would be the item details info, that one. As you can see in here, the only thing this contains is the master item, the quantity, the index, the from, which is a type actor, the hotkey, which is a user widget. So when I go to, um, let's go to inventory slot. So the inventory slot on the drag. So when we drag here, when drag is detected, right? This is the dragged item details. So if I do a create inventory, no, not create inventory, sorry, create drag drop, and then I select the inventory drag drop. Now you can see the dragged item details is here. So in order to fix that, you would just make the struct. So right click blueprints and structure, right? Call it item details, or call it whatever you want. Plug that into the inventory drag drop, the drag drop operation that we created as a variable, and make it instance editable and expose on spawn. So if I go over to back to our inventory slot, now you can see here it is. The only difference between this one and this one is that this one is broken open. So if I right click and split this one, I get the same exact details as I do here. So that should cover the dried item details that people are missing. Now let's try and figure out what the next part is. There was something about equipment. Hey dude, I managed to find a bug where if the weapon slot is empty when you save the inventory and then you exit the game, you automatically regain the last item. Okay, so if the weapon slot is empty, that would be probably if, do I have any weapons here? Let's make this into a weapon. So there I got an axe. If I do this, not that, sorry, we right click to equip it. We should probably add the drag and drop functionality as well. And then I escape. There's the axe, right? But now I'm guessing if I just leave it now without pressing I before I leave it and then come back in, yeah, there it comes back, right? But it also didn't update the inventory. You know what I mean? It didn't save the inventory and it didn't save the changes here. So you automatically, instead of returning to an empty slot like you left. So we could probably try to save this elsewhere. I don't see how this is a bug though, because it doesn't save. Like it would be a bug if this. Oh wait, maybe if I save it and then come back, maybe that's the bug. Ah, there's the bug. Gotcha. Understood. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna head over into our equipment, slot, and we're also heading into our first-person character. So because I need references, and I probably also need to go into the inventory slot. Honestly, okay. So here we got our update. The horrible shit that is an update. And here we got our equipment. Okay, so it checks if we have right mouse button down if it's a valid item, and then it finds an empty slot, and then it puts it in that slot. It removes the index. However, it doesn't save the inventory. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, after we update the slot, we're gonna get our, is it href? Is it here? It's on C. No, it's not on C. Sorry, what am I talking about? It's on I. It's up here. So that would be setting it to hidden, and that's where we save it. There, save EQ slots. Href equipment window, save EQ slots. Href equipment window, save EQ slots. Okay, so when we save EQ slots, going through if it's a valid class. If it comes out, when it comes out, right, let us test this. Okay, I didn't save it at all. So if I do this, go out, and it still comes back. Okay, so let's figure this out. So as you can see over here, to save the equipment slots, we're currently in our equipment slot. When we right click our equipment slot, after we update the equipment slot, we're going to grab our href, our equipment window, and then call our save EQ slots. Over here, what we're going to do, because we forgot something, is that, keep in mind, this loops through our equipment slots, right? And it checks for true. So it checks for if an item is a valid class. Do we have anything in the slot? If we have something in the slot, then it passes it into our saved EQ slots and then into our game instance. What we need to do is also set when it's not a valid class. So we're going to just copy this one down here and on false. So every time it goes through and it's like, oh, we don't have anything here, then it's going to update the EQ slot for that index to be blank. And then after that, it's just going to go out to be saved as normal. So if I click play now, if I right click on the X, I'm just going to save it like that. Let me make this bigger for you. And then if I take off my X now, start it again, now the X is gone. So that should take care of those bugs that have been showing up. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments or anything. I am trying to respond as quickly as possible. Anyway, until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.